This is the first in a series of videos on general chemistry. The purpose of this series is to cover the basics of a 2-semester-long general chemistry course at a college level. This is roughly equivalent to an AP chemistry course that a person might take at a high school level. In terms of structure, this series is divided into the following units. Unit 1 will cover atoms and molecules. Unit 2 will be on molecular geometry. Unit 3 will cover stoichiometry. Unit 4 will be on solutions. Unit 5 on gases. Unit 6 on thermochemistry and thermodynamics. Unit 7 on chemical kinetics. Unit 8 will cover acids and bases. Unit 9 will cover electrochemistry. And finally, Unit 10 will concern itself with nuclear chemistry. We will, of course, try to be as comprehensive as possible while going through the topics listed here, but of course, not all concepts in each of these topics can be covered in their full detail. Units will vary in length, and at the time that this video is being made, it's impossible to say exactly how many videos will be required for each unit, so this will be determined along the way. A good place to start this series is by defining the word chemistry. In other words, asking ourselves the question, what is chemistry? Chemistry can be concisely defined as a physical science concerned with the study of matter. Because this is a technical definition, it's a good idea to break this down a little bit further. First, we need to define physical science, which is making observations about the physical world, which in other words means all non-living things, and drawing conclusions based on these observations. Matter, on the other hand, is anything that has mass and takes up physical space. By combining these two definitions, we find that chemistry is essentially the study of everything that has mass and volume, which entails all substances and all mixtures of substances that can be found in the known universe. Chemistry itself can be subdivided into many different branches depending on the type of substance being studied. Organic chemistry, for instance, is the study of substances containing carbon, whereas inorganic chemistry is the study of substances that do not contain carbon. Biochemistry is the study of the substances that make up living things, such as proteins and lipids. Geochemistry is the study of substances that make up the earth and the soil. And finally, aquatic chemistry is the study of chemical substances that are found in bodies of water. Aside from the fields of chemistry listed here, there are many other fields, such as physical chemistry, analytical chemistry, and so forth. Here in the United States, chemistry is usually encountered first at a high school level, and at a college level, it is a prerequisite for science and engineering majors of all kinds. General chemistry, which is the topic of this series, is usually studied before a student moves on to organic chemistry, physical chemistry, and other chemistry fields. Because of this, general chemistry can be seen as a foundational field, which means that the concepts a person learned during general chemistry will come up again and again. So it is essential that a person has mastery of these concepts before moving on in order to avoid future confusion. In terms of prerequisites for studying general chemistry itself, the only thing that's really needed in terms of math is arithmetic and basic algebra. If more advanced math than this appears, which is unlikely, but it may happen, it will be explained here in its full detail. Before studying general chemistry, or really any branch of science, it is very important to have a working knowledge of scientific units. All the units that will be encountered in this series will follow the SI system, or the International System of Units. Some useful units to know from the SI system along with their dimensions are listed here. First, we have the meter, abbreviated M, which represents the dimension of length. Then we have the kilogram, or kg, representing mass, the second, or S, representing time, the Kelvin, or K, representing temperature, and finally the mole, or MOL, representing the amount of substance present. Out of these, the last unit, the mole, is actually related to chemistry and it will be covered in detail later on in this series, so it's not necessary to have a working knowledge of it at the moment. But the other 4 units listed here, the meter, the kilogram, the second, and the Kelvin, it is recommended that a person has at least seen these units before they start watching this series and before they start studying general chemistry overall. In the next video, we will begin with Unit 1, Video 1, entitled Atoms. Thank you for watching.